in my later teens. And I don't know if she just people who love to assume things. And so I was eating a ramen noodle or whatever. And so she, I guess, mistook the fact that I was eating ramen noodles for it and for the fact or thinking that we were poor. And my mom shows up or whatever one day, stop by or check in. I don't even know, but she was in town, but to say hi and see how it was going, whatever. And the the lady was either getting home for work or going to work. I really don't remember. And just starts going off on my mom and calling child endangerment, this, that, and the other, and stating that she's starving me. And my mom's just oblivious. And she's like, "What? Where the fuck is this coming from? Hold on. Stop. Take a deep breath. Back up. And what the fuck are you talking about?" And she was like, "Cause all your daughter eats is ramen noodles and da da da, and you're starving her." And I'm like, I had to like stop and like tell her like, no 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 no. I choose to eat the ramen noodles because they're fucking delicious. Like that's my favorite thing, unless it's like fast, like out, not really fast food because I don't consider Chinese food fast food, but like unless it's like going out to eat, that's my favorite thing. It's always been ramen noodles. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, we've had our ups, we've had our downs, but like I've always been a very easy person and easy child to feed. Like, right? And they're easy. They're easy. They're delicious. Like, I don't know. There's something about them. They're good. And they have all kinds of different flavors. Although I was, like I said to you earlier, like, I'm a very picky eater, so flavors weren't really an option to me. Right? Um, so besides the beef, I absolutely love the Oriental. Um, which I haven't seen Oriental. Yeah, ever since like it kind of goes back to the conversation that we've had before. Like when COVID started, or like in the middle of, a lot of things that weren't like extremely popular, kind of died out. Yeah, some things have kind of come back that were a little more on the popular list, but some things haven't really made it or surfaced back around. I think it was because it cost too much in production versus what they were making in sales. Um, so, which is facts, the Oriental was delicious. It's weird though to see Oriental be gone and yet flavors like chili or flavors like salsa still be here. Because those ones aren't even all that good. So yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Well, there's a picante, but that's not a chicken picante. It's just picante. That's why I said salsa, because picante is salsa, essentially. But yeah, but right, and then the chili one, which I like the chili one, but the chili one is Huh. I don't know. I'm trying to think. What's the difference? Well, I mean, like in all the noodles, what is there? I mean, besides even the chicken versus beef, like, is there anything in there that technically isn't vegetarian? I mean, noodles are dehydrated, essentially. Which I get those, but like chili, essentially, chili isn't a beef or chicken type flavor, so like or seasoning. So it shouldn't have really any meats or anything in it. But like so like I get the trick at like the meat flavored ones, but like noodles isn't a meat thing either. Like it's nothing in it derives from meat or maybe egg. But those noodles ain't egg noodles, so but that would be a vegan, not vegetarian. So yeah, vegetarian would mean that it would be fine. Wouldn't specify anything. So like even if it had egg product, egg is okay. That's vegan. That's what vegetarian is. They'll eat animal byproducts, but they won't eat meat. Vegan won't eat either. Right, and if you have no rooster in general, like farm fresh eggs as well, like ours for instance, we have farm eggs, but we have no rooster, so there is no way possible that it could ever be a baby. Even if you either put it in the fridge or don't put it in the fridge, or you leave it with the mom, whatever, and they sit on it for 10 years, it will never ever become fertile because there's nothing there to fertilize it. There's no rooster. We have no rooster. Um, I've never come across a single vegetarian. Like, I have a couple friends that are vegetarians. Right. Now, the only thing that I do know is vegans will not eat eggs, milk, anything that is a byproduct of. They also will not eat something that meat has even touched. So, like, my friend who is a vegetarian, oh my god, she was one of my work wife. She was my other work wifey, and I made a supreme pizza thing, kind of a supreme. I don't know. It was a clusterfuck of shit that we decided to throw together at work one day, and I accidentally put pepperonis on it. And then I tore it off. I was like, "Oh, do you want me to remake this?" She goes, "No, you're fine." Like, I'll pick meat and whatever off and eat it because my parents, they're not vegetarian and they do shit like that all the time and forget whatever, and I peel it off and eat it like it doesn't bother me. And then so we've kind of discussed a little bit in more depths of kind of learning how and the differences between vegan, vegetarian, things like that. Where vegan, even if it touches, they won't eat it because it touched it. So it gets more complicated and in depth of how that kind of. Now you might come across some that are a little more relaxed or chill, but that's going to be a more rare case. Now my cousin has recently turned vegan, I guess. I don't know, but he's right, right. Um, and one of his favorite things to eat were eggs, actually. To say, but now he won't eat eggs at all because again, the mindset of it's a living thing. Even going back to like what I just said, and we were just talking about, if there literally is cases like the store bought, or like in my case where there's not a rooster, there's no way physically possible that it will ever even think about being a baby inside that egg. It's not a living thing. So that is the interesting thing about right, yeah. Mhm. Now I do get it though if there was a rooster around and the idea maybe of it. But it gets very weird, like confusing between the two. And I think there are some that are borderline in between the mix of both. I don't know. But I don't think these noodles, back to the original conversation, are really made of egg. I don't think these are an egg noodle. So like when it says vegetarian, isn't essentially the whole thing technically vegetarian? Okay. Okay, I can maybe see that. I can maybe see that. I don't know. However, I do think I want another bowl, which is so totally gonna upset this poor puppers when I go to move. But that was delicious. All right, and then we'll get back. I'm gonna go inside the house so I am safe while I make this second bowl because I feel like a fat kid today. Do what, hun? Yes. I'm gonna stare at you from inside the window like a creeper. And go get that started. So, yes, it will break. Do not break my glass because you need silk touch to pick it up. So like your thing won't pick it up. It will break and like disappear forever. Yeah, no shooting posts at the house. Um, oh, it might help if I take my bowl with me. Did I do it without disturbing the? Oh yeah, no, he ain't even budging. He got his big drink and is tucked in underneath the blanket, and he's quite content for however long that may be. Probably, or until he gets